joined by Mick Hennessy. I'm Danny Flexen, of course. And we're here to confirm Boxing Unlocked, which is an exciting new partnership between Hennessy Sports and Seconds Out, ahead of something that boxing fans around the country have been waiting a long, long time for, the return of big-time boxing to free-to-air terrestrial television. And Mick, you must be incredibly excited. We're only less than a week away now.
Yeah, thanks, Danny. Really excited and really looking forward to the collaboration with Seconds Out. This is an exclusive situation, and Seconds Out and yourself and the team will be with us throughout the procedure, from the very start to the very end of the show, getting some great footage and. Really, really looking to the first show of the year. It seems crazy saying that, but that's where we're at. It's a brilliant show. It's a cracking old school title with a British title, and two fighters from the Midlands who want it real bad. So on top of that, we've got a little bit of everything on the undercard. So really excited about this one.
Yes, we've got the two big shows coming up. The partnership obviously endures for both of those, but we're concentrating right now, August 22nd, Saturday night, free-to-air, Channel 5. And like you said, a great main event, Chad Sugden challenging Shaqan Pitters, British Light Heavyweight Championship. A bit of needle seems to have crept in since the fight was first announced and then obviously postponed. You know them better than I do at this stage. Is there a real kind of mutual animosity there?
Yeah, for sure there is. I mean, there's definitely a Midlands rivalry. I think since it got postponed, I think the whole thing's, gone up a level, really. It's gave everyone a bit more time to think about fighting each other and a lot more time to prepare. And I know both fighters were leaving no stone unturned in lockdown and were training like Trojans. So, we're going to get the best ever Shaqan Pitters, and for sure we're going to get the best ever Chad Sugden, because, opportunity knocks for him, and, him and his family, they're serious fight people, and, they're not, about to look something like this and not absolutely put everything on the line. It's a hell of a fight. There is needle. It is a derby, and as I say, two great camps in the Midlands going up against each other.
Well, here at Seconds Out, we're absolutely delighted to be the exclusive social media partner for both events. And I know my colleagues Joe Lee and Joseph Smith, aside from the obvious concerns about getting a swab shoved up the back of their nasal cavity, are really looking forward to being part of the whole event. Obviously, the fact that we're there in the Fight Hotel, behind the scenes all week, gives us a unique insight into everything that's going on, from the testing to how the production's been set up to the actual fights themselves, and how everything's done after the fights. I mean, we've seen other shows where the ring's sprayed down afterwards, social distancing's in place for post-fight interviews. It's a new world. It must have been pretty challenging for you as well, putting the show together.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, there's no mystery to it. None of us have got gates no more, which is important to what we do. If you're doing the PPE and the testing situation right, it comes to a lot of money. So not only are you losing money, you're adding, costs, serious costs onto the event. So I think we're one of, or if not the only one, who's probably kept their main events as they were before lockdown, and to where we are now, because most events, as you know, obviously changed because of the circumstances. But we've absolutely kept everything together, and we've got the very, I'm proud to say, we've got the very same fights in place.
So one of the fighters on the undercard who everyone's incredibly excited about is, of course, cruiserweight Isaac Chamberlain, who was absolutely chomping at the bit to get back out. When the fight dates were originally announced, he was due to fight twice in a matter of weeks. Now he must be absolutely desperate to get back in action.
Oh, he is. He's absolutely he's absolutely buzzing. And to be fair, he is going to be fighting twice within 2 weeks, same as before. It's worked out the very same situation. But Isaac, through lockdown, very, very passionate and intense person, was climbing the walls. He's trained so hard, and he's, constantly been waiting for information and dates and, whereabouts and stuff. But, he's the consummate professional. I mean, what I've been really pleasantly surprised about is about how he lives. Like, every hour of the day is about boxing. He is so dedicated; it's beyond belief, and he deserves big success. And I'm really, really happy with his progress as well. He's come on so much. I'm excited to see him. I really am. I really can't wait to see him fight, because I feel like he could possibly make a statement in his next 2 fights, and especially his next 4 fights this side of Christmas.
Well, our coverage kicks off with the Boxing Unlocked special preview show tomorrow evening. Hope everyone tunes in for that, 6 p.m, premiere on YouTube. And we're hoping to have some special guests for that. No spoilers, but join us for that. One thing I wanted to ask, Mick, we've seen a few shows come back since lockdown with varying degrees of success. How important do you think it was that we got a free-to-air show back on? So the public at large can see boxing and it's still relevant and it's still going on.
Yeah, definitely. It was super important, Danny, because, look, it's not big about the bush. Most of these shows are going to specific sport audiences, or in some cases, specific boxing audiences. For boxing to really sort of like to survive and be out there in a big way, there needs to be crossover. It needs to go to the masses. And so on quite a few of our shows, we've reached 3+ million viewers. So that's a hell of an audience in this day and age, and that is really, really needed for the sport. If you're going to have the potential to produce superstars of the future, there's got to be some element of terrestrial TV involved.
And how keen were Channel 5 to bring you guys back as soon as possible after lockdown? Because I'm sure they've seen some other channels bring boxing back, and they must have thought, this is a big deal for us. This always draws big ratings. We're excited about boxing. Let's get it back ASAP.
Yeah, they were very keen. They've been, they've been like us. They've been watching every bulletin or listening to every news announcement, and waiting for the boards to make announcements. They've been very, very keen to get back. They're very proud of their boxing at Channel 5, because it does register such good audiences, and it's a big part of their sport programs. So they've been very, very keen. They potentially, we could have come back a bit earlier, but we wanted to. I felt like early doors when at the start of lockdown, I thought most promoters were way too optimistic. Throwing in dates like May and June and so on, and even July at the time. And we just wanted to play safe and put it at a time where we thought it could realistically happen. So they've been big on getting it back, and they're very, very happy that we're kickstarting on August 22nd.
Now, I don't want to keep you too long. You've got a massive fight week to prepare for. But I just want to ask you, your son, Michael Hennessy Jr., of course, takes the latest steps in his embryonic pro career on the show as well. How difficult is it for you as both a promoter and a father to see him in action? And, he's not being matched particularly easy early on, it's fair to say.
Yeah, it's very difficult, and I'm having to learn to juggle with it, basically. And, as you say, through lockdown, coming out of lockdown into him fighting is a big deal, really, because he has done probably 90% of his training at home. So, he's a young lad who absolutely loves the sport. He lives for it, loves it, watches everything that moves, is passionate about it. And the refreshing thing is the best part he loves is actually being in the ring. He loves fighting. So, you know, he's not doing it for the wrong reasons, basically. So it is hard. It's a juggling act, but it's also very, very exciting because, you know, if he gets to do what I believe he can do, it makes him a very happy young man as well. And that
Great
pleases me.
stuff. Well, it's a great card from top to bottom. Not just saying that because we've partnered up with you guys. We've been looking forward to it previous to that anyway. Free-to-air boxing is always a great thing, but if the card's quality, it's even better. And I think a lot of people are looking forward to the main event beforehand anyway. But yeah, as we said, we'll be there every step of the way, covering all the things that go on behind the scenes. I mean, we're not promising any controversy, but you never know. It is a fight week, and you know, tempers do tend to fray. Not yours, Mick, hopefully, but the main event guys and some of the rivalries going on. And then everyone to Channel 5 on Saturday night to see the action unfold in the ring as well.
Yeah, definitely. And like you say, Danny, it's boxing. Anything can happen. And we're just glad that you're there to see it all unfold and, you know, make it a great event.
Great stuff. Well, we look forward to it. And we'll see you during fight week.
Thank you, Danny. Appreciate
Thanks,
that.
Mick. Take care. Best of luck.
You too. Bye.